if you actually have conversations with Jesus Christ in your head, I know a lot of people don't. They want the conversations, but they're not capable of handling the conversations. So last night I was sitting there in the bathroom. I said, "Oh, you got to take care of the prostate stuff." I said, "I know there's these pictures of this person nude. Go down, go look for them. I did found them through the metaverse stuff. There, I looked. They didn't have any, but they had some on. They were posted on Instagram, but they were posted somewhere else. So I went and downloaded and went, oh, wow. Okay. Those are more than tolerable, Wow. And because, they have the thing, lots of these older women are posting nude pictures of themselves. Women older than me. And they said the one lady that I looked at was talking to another talk show host saying, you should post nude pictures too. Because you're an inspiration. Yeah, the most fuckable bodies money can buy, right? Wow, I would post nude pictures of myself, but I don't want to inspire you all to be depressed of what they do, the most beautiful man in the world, with the corporations that make them feel sexy, right? That'd be pretty disturbing, right? Because probably have arguably, just for the sake of argument, the most beautiful male body in the world right now. The living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer. The man trying to save children from inheriting corporate genocide. So you're talking about the most gorgeous man on the planet, right? And had a wonderful sexual reputation because he made women feel like they were the center of the universe. They were the most famous, popular. Amy felt like she would say that too. I'm the Paris Hilton of Sheridan, Wyoming. I'm the J-Lo of Sierra Vista. Okay. And the reason why she felt like that is because she was with me. Okay, if she wasn't with me, she wouldn't feel like that. She wouldn't feel like she was the focal point of the universe, the center of the universe, like she used to feel. Law used to feel that way too. But then Law told Steffi, she goes, when you have sex with the guy, you make love with him, it's like making love to Jesus Christ. It's really hard. You feel like a whore. And he's, better than the Pope, which I am. We all know that. But obviously, right? So it was interesting, when Law and the Gilead girls discussed it and explained it perfectly, the best way. Amy disagreed, but she agrees. She won't admit it, but Amy's a liar. Okay. She's a liar. And, she wishes, especially with all this stuff on social media, and she always wanted to be with she went to find Georgiev, who was going to be the Bulgarian rock star, and she was going to be Joan Osborne to his Ozzy Osbourne and stuff. And she always had these dreams that she was going to be, the woman behind the most important man and one of the most important men in the world, most famous, She felt that way, and people would look at Amy and go, you? Etta James, Minnesota Fats' girl, allegedly. She's pretty famous. Right. So why wouldn't a chubby little cute brown girl, okay, you're brown and proud, don't use a screwdriver or a knife, fight with me like a man with your hands. No. Be a man like Jesus and stand up for the Lord's Prayer and stop being such an asshole trying to sell music for money on the goddamn radio. Okay, so what's so great about being on the fucking radio? No, seriously. Joseph Goebbels mass murdered people using the radio. Okay, you get all these people. It's so amazing when your song is on the radio. Someone found the letter you wrote me on the radio that told the world just how you felt. Right. They used the television, okay, to promote Desert Storm and get people to sign up to go mass murder people to maintain the status quo for corporations. They used the television to have a pagan holiday to say it was the day that Jesus was born, to put more people into debt and have them destroy the ecosystem at a more rapid rate than ever, and do things that are excessive and compulsive and absolutely Roman and make no sense in Hebrew tradition or religion. Okay. There's a whole thing. We went to La Posta, and they have Donald Duck everywhere and Mickey Mouse, and they're all singing philanthropy songs, right? And then they got the Hanukkah thing, the 9 candles and all that. Well, you should know about that. What do I know about the people who offered Jesus up to the Romans to be murdered so we would be denied to living the religion of Abraham for over 2,000 years? What do I know about them? Let's tell us about your traditions. Tell me about your fucking traditions. Come on. I want to know all about your fucking traditions. I don't give a fuck. Okay. When I look out this window, I've talked to these trees. Said, I'm going to make sure this is an artificially created environment by the Roosevelts. Okay. The people my dad hated just as much as the Rockefellers, the Roosevelts. Okay. Roosevelts are responsible for that dam. Okay. And those great projects, those Superman cartoon projects, right? That the Japs and the Japateurs and the conspirators and all the people against progress and amazing, great human feats, And then they had the stuff, and, every time they build these dams, okay, when they were building them back in the day, they frack, okay? When they frack and they build dams and they go completely out of contrast from nature, they have to study and change the way they're doing things, or nature tries to destroy everything great they're doing because they're doing things wrong, right? And so they're constantly. Mitch was talking about the other day in the early 70s, late 70s, when he was in Canyon, Texas, where my brother went to school. My brother Steve went to school. Okay. Steve didn't go there long after that. They came to stay with us. He was a teenager. He went to school. They went to Canyon. They went to school around the same time. Steve and Mitch, yeah, in Canyon, Texas, at West Texas. If that's where Mitch went, that's where Steve went. Steve's a jeweler. Steve makes jewelry. Steve's made jewelry for Michael Jordan. Okay. He's that talented of a jeweler. Okay. Season ticket holder for the Spurs, right? Me? Fuck them. I was better than them, and I don't want to play their fucking games for money because it's wrong, and I'm the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer. Jesus asked me to do other things. He said, he told me when I was a little kid listening to this guy from Tulsa on the radio sitting there saying, and the guy who replaces Brezhnev is going to make Brezhnev look like a choir boy. And they're going to do this. And he was telling you all about this. He was predicting, and it was creepy. The guy who replaces Brezhnev is going to make Brezhnev look like a choir boy. He's going to be so vicious and he's going to be worse than Khrushchev, right? Was Gorbachev. Was he sneakier? No, he was just another puppet to the show. It's just that guy was wrong in his prediction. Okay. For all the people that they sit there and say, this guy with Nostradamus was right, there's like 1,800 that are like, here's what's going to happen. And all the people, oh my gosh, what do we need to do? Well, you need to buy MREs. Oh, okay, we'll buy MREs. And what else do we need to do? Well, you're going to need to buy some vehicles that you can live out in the desert. And you're going to need to buy a bunker. And you're going to have to be prepared to have lots of food after we blow everybody up. And you're going to want to get Nancy Reagan's astrologer. And you're going to want to do this, right? So I've sat there all the times during this. The way me and Jesus see these holidays is Roman philanthropy, genocidal operations. Easter in Las Cruces, New Mexico, they call it Spring Festival. And they get a bunch of plastic Easter eggs and fill them with candy and have someone run around in a bunny outfit. Yeah, to stimulate local businesses and have wine festivals so everybody gets drunk, and people that get them drunk make lots of money off of it. And then the cops go around and make sure they incarcerate all the people that aren't following the Uber rules. right? And then they make jokes about it. Here's what you should do during the holidays. Okay. Getty's Images holidays, right? And the way you should see everything that you do on mass and social media as, dead images of holidays, where they all get together, they agree to plunder and mass murder. And this is an artificially created environment that I live in. I've talked to these trees about it. They're not going to be here anymore. When that dam goes down, the river bottom and this part, there's parts of Salmis Farms that were before the dam. And those are probably going to be about the only orchards from this artificially created environment. Well, we wouldn't need this artificial tree-created environment if we were doing things correctly. If we were living the Lord's Prayer, this desert would be, man walks among us, be still, be still. Man walks among us, be still. My love is the valley. I love every trill, the curl of the night talk. It's God's creation, and that's what I love, and that's what I love, right? Everybody love Marty Robbins' songs? Dead images of holidays. That's all they are? Not really. They're taught your values, who you're taught to appreciate, what you're taught to stand up for. You're taught to do what is right, If my parents didn't teach me to do what was right, do you really think that I would have been the temple that provides the vassal for the soul of the Messiah to save us all from genocide, from the people that gave us the corporate genocide operations over St. Augustine Pass and those mind fuckers over in Cochise County? You really think so? Everything has a reason, And this is millions of years in the making, like Einstein explained, because it's hard to understand what they're talking about in the Bible and the Quran and the other books because they've been changed by corporations for genocide. That's why we have the living word to correct all the genocide. You guys understand? Okay, so now I probably won't be using your pictures anymore to masturbate. You're just too goddamn mean, like Jennifer Lopez and Kim Kardashian. I'll stick with connecting in prayer to Steffi and Amy to try to get them through this hell so we can live long, healthy lives instead of lab rat, genocidal, where we moved Jesus to the future because we had to fulfill the book, and we hate Bob Marley because Bob Marley's like you. I know. It's okay. I don't even think his own kids understand Bob Marley. He was too high on marijuana, and they gave him morphine before he died. And she walks with me as she talks with me.